Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? I am hoping you guys are having a great day. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. I just had this thought to myself. You know what, you guys, when I do the reading, so help me, every time I'm getting ready to get started, I said, okay, we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna keep it right here, and we're gonna, and do the reading. I said that to myself yesterday, and I'd be damned if I got into it. It went from, yes, we're gonna just keep it here, to, oh my God, and then there's this, and oh, that's so sweet, and so it's just funny. I'm trying to change the way I deliver the reading, and yet, my natural self, my inner child, I don't know, just wants to come out and say, yeah, let's do the reading. So hopefully we can do this today. We're gonna keep it right here. And speaking of reading, I love you guys reading today. So I said, you know what? I enjoyed you guys love reading yesterday, but let's do something. I want to do a reading as it relates to love, but can you guys give me another message? And they said, yeah, let's go. And I said, okay. So I drew from 3 different decks. So we're going to give you guys the messages that you have for today. Now, do I want to tell you the overall feeling that I'm getting with this one? Yeah, I do. So the energy that I get from today's reading, I feel like you guys, there's someone out there, and I'm getting a younger energy. I'm feeling a younger vibe from this. Okay, only because it speaks about children. Okay, and I'm feeling that someone is at a crossroads in their relationship. Okay, I don't know if you guys are fully in separation, or if you guys are definitely hitting the rough patch. For some of you, the vibe that I'm getting is that you guys are separated, and that you are wanting to put it back together. I'm going to show you the first 3 cards that I got from Burning Rose Love Shadow. The first card says Spirit Speaks. You see this lady here. I feel like you guys, let me see, is this, yeah, okay. So you guys are needing to connect with your guides, your angels, with spirit itself. You think him, but not everybody falls in that whole vibe of it. Why does it have to be a him? So I'll just say with spirit itself, the higher, with source. We'll say that. The message here, it says Spirit Speaks, and it says seek wisdom in prayer. Okay, but also have open dialogue. And this is what I'm always telling you guys. I don't, and it's not that anybody's just saying to me, I don't believe in that, or I don't believe you, but for some reason I just feel like I just have to keep telling you guys that, they are literally, look at that, they're just a conversation away. And it is just so true. And so the message that I'm getting right now is for whoever this is for. If you are, and clearly you guys are in separation, okay, you may not be, you could just be in the same household but not on speaking terms, or you know what I mean. Some people, they have that where we can't afford to just get out completely, so we're living separate lives. Okay, but at the same time, the feeling I'm getting is that's not something that you want. The feeling that I'm getting is that there's someone who would very much like to repair this because you guys have children. Okay, and so seeing, Spirit speaks here, seek wisdom in prayer, but be open. When they say be open to having, or but also have an open dialogue. Be open to talking to Spirit. Okay, it's great to pray. There's nothing wrong with prayer. If I'll just say this. There's nothing wrong with prayer. I am so not against it, okay? There's nothing wrong with prayer. But I'm always saying to you guys, it doesn't hurt to just, sometimes you just want to get something off your chest, or you know what I mean? Or just, Father, oh my God, like, I don't know how can we do this? Like, how are we going to make this work? Can you help me? I don't want to see this end, and it's in having that conversation. It's building a connection. Okay, literally talking to the other side is establishing that you are so aware that they're there. And they're just a conversation away, and they want to help you, but the other side cannot interfere with your free will choices. Okay, they're there if you need them, if you want them. They're certainly there to help you. But once you transition on this side, it's like, okay, you're on your own, but know that we're here. If you want us, we're a conversation away, we're a whisper away, and know that we're always with you. It's not enough to just go to be saying to yourself, oh, I know they're there and they're not going anywhere, and I can feel them next to me. But to be able to say that, to get it out, sometimes anguish, the sorrow, it can be overwhelming. You got these kids running around, and maybe you love this person so much, and more than anything, you just want you guys to be together and be happy and be okay. You don't want to have your children come from a broken family, and I get that. I do. Every woman, once we get married, we're thinking it's for life, and I don't know, sometimes, and let me say this for the record, this is not all men, okay, but there are some who are just like, till death do us part is just an option. It's like, yeah, to death do us part. Do you take this person for death do us part? I do. You know what I mean? That's that male energy, Some guys, they don't take it as serious as women do. We think forever and for life and that type of thing. So I get that. And I'm just trying to make light, because it's a very serious situation, and it's heartbreaking. But please know, Spirit wants you to know, come to them in prayer. And I'm going to tell you why. Because not, just because you want this and you're going to pray doesn't mean that that's going to turn it around. For sometimes, if you guys are in separation, or if things are not working out, you may have married for the wrong reasons. The physical was, you guys felt so good together physically that you could do this forever, but then you get married and you see that this person's kind of sloppy, or they, snore, or they, their gas is, oh my gosh, or they're looking at you and going, God, you can't wear makeup more. You can't, you know what I mean? Just things just start to melt and come apart. So anyway, you get what I'm saying. Your second card is Whirlwind. Love it. And it says, don't get caught up in the drama. Choose peace. You've got Whirlwind. Okay? Don't get caught up in the fighting and the arguing and the bickering, and you've got the kids running around, and it's all, and why can't you watch these kids, and you can't do this, and why can't you do that, and I went to work all day, you can't handle this, and I can't, you know what I mean? Life happens, it's always so beautiful in the beginning, but then when you factor kids into the mix, things change. You're not two people enjoying passion and all that kind of stuff. You're now two people who are dedicated to raising up lives, souls, creating, putting your energy into making these souls amazing energies, amazing people, and it gets kind of crazy, and you got to work and you got to keep things going, and it just all gets to be much. So the message here is, don't get caught up in the drama of fighting or arguing or bickering. Okay. What does it say? Let go of drama. Yeah, don't get caught up in the drama. Choose peace. Okay, if somebody wants to start up, say, I just don't have time for this. You could do this if you want to. I don't have time for this. This is not, I'm not trying to pick a fight with you. I'm not trying to argue with you. Family may be caught up in you guys' business. Okay, and so they may be in your person's ear, you should have never married her, and this is this and that, and I told you and I warned you. Or you got your family, I told you he was no good, we told you not to marry him, he's a loser, let him go, and you know what I mean. And so you got that. Maybe both of you guys have family coming at each other, and now you see each other kind of with different eyes, but you're seeing them through their eyes and not you guys' eyes. You see what I'm saying? So it just, the advice here is to try to if you're wanting this to work, then you got to try to tune out. This is okay, you guys, I'm sorry I ever even told you guys about this. All right, just let me handle this, let me deal with this in my own way, and if and same thing with the other person. Hopefully your person comes across this, and my advice to you is, get family out of your business. Okay, this is between the two of you. This isn't about everybody else. Okay, and their opinions. If you found whatever you found in this person, it's possible to get that back again. But that's going to take prayer and conversation and the whole nine. But anyway, so your third card, you had wishful thinking. And I had to think about this one. I was like, what do you mean wishful thinking? Because it said having lofty ideals leads to letdown. Be realistic. Okay, so you probably, it's a situation where maybe you envisioned you guys being at a certain juncture in your life. Maybe you see you guys as having it all. You know how there's those couples that seem like they just have it all. They got the great house and the great neighborhood, and they got the great friends and the great life, and you know what I mean. And so maybe you are getting caught up in that. And maybe your person is not delivering on that. Maybe you're doing good in your business and they're not, or they're doing good and they're looking at you and they're saying, you know what, can't you step it up some? Like, you know what I mean? So the energy that I'm feeling here is that, you guys are getting caught up, one or both you guys may be getting caught up in the dream. This is the vision that I had for us, okay, but it's not happening. And the universe is like saying, you know what, that kind of thinking that you guys should just automatically out the gate have it all, be all, the whole nine, have the best of everything right out the gate. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes I don't want to get into it. I won't get into it. We'll just keep it real simple right now and just say, listen, that happens. But try not to put your focus on, try not to have such lofty goals about where you guys should be. Maybe you feel like you guys should be further along down the road, either financially or mentally. You guys should be, maybe one or the other should be more, and putting that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Putting that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I think you guys know what I'm saying. Just I feel like I want to pause it long enough for me to think about what I wanted to say, and I really should, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. You don't want to put that kind of stress on your person, to be more. You should be more. Why aren't you more? Why don't you have more? Why aren't you doing more? Why don't you want more? That can ruin anything you got that you got going on. Putting unnecessary pressure on your person or them putting that on you is just not good. It's not healthy. So that's a surefire way to tank the relationship. Okay, so I feel like that is advice from spirit on that last card there. But definitely, they're calling on you to connect with them, talk to them, and trust, listen to their advice, listen to their guidance, because you don't want to like I said, get caught up in everything and the drama, but I wanted it to be this way. Why isn't it this way? I wanted it like this. It was supposed to be like this, and sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you might have to kind of start from the beginning and kind of work your way up, and that could take years. Not everybody just is that right at the top. Okay, but anyway, so we're going to go to the Whispering Heart. Okay, now your card here says back and forth. It's starting to get a little dark, and I hate that I'm going to have to probably turn the light on. It says changing your mind, being confused emotionally. So here we go. Back and forth. Okay. For some of you guys, it could be a situation where you think you want the person and then you don't. I love them. I don't. I want this. I don't. Okay. So for somebody out there, there's a lot of back and forth, and the spirit is saying, do you want this or not? Okay. If you do, okay, let's focus on that. Let's see what we can do to make this happen. And but someone in the relationship is going back and forth. I love you. I don't. I want to work this out, and then they're running the street. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But I think the advice here is to make sure that this is what you want. Certainly prayer, like they said, pray, conversate. Is this what you want? And then the back and forth can go with arguing as well. I'm getting a lot of arguing, prayer, arguing, back and forth, the whirlwind, the drama, wishful thinking. I thought it was going to be this. I wanted it to be this, but it's not this. And I'm pissed off. I'm mad as F, and I got these kids, and you know what I mean? You have, and this is why I say there are children involved. You've got baby steps. Involving children or taking time to know each other. Now, see, I feel like, me personally, I feel like this is, and it can also be taking that time to know each other. For some of you, I feel like this situation involves children. You want it to work, but there's an expectation that's not being met here. Okay, and then you've got the universe's baby steps, and then I love that, taking the time to get to know each other. Maybe you guys are not doing that. You're focused on the dream, the idea of love, the idea of marriage. This is how I wanted it to look. This is how I envisioned it. Okay, and you're focused on the vision of how you thought it was supposed to look versus, actually getting to see each other, know each other, understand each other, feel each other out. Not everything is going to be perfect. When it comes to marriage, not everything is going to be perfect. And a lot of people have issues and struggles with that, especially when you guys are young, and then factoring in children. Oh my God, So, let me give you your next card, because we got almost 10 minutes to go, and I still have your last row. Okay, so your third card, but yeah, baby steps. situation involving children. I think some of you guys do. You have children in this situation, and you're not wanting to let go because you saw it being one way, and it's not that. And now you guys are freaking out, and I see the back and forth and the drama and the fighting and the whole nine. And Spirit is like, you know what? Peace. Okay, to kind of take a step back. Okay, this situation is calling for you guys to calm down. Let's see, and figure this thing out. You've got calmer waters, getting rid of upheaval and leaving the drama behind. For some of you guys, and seeing, where was it? Choosing peace in that whirlwind. For some of you guys, I think that this is Spirit's advice. Okay, choosing peace. And then this card here, calming waters, moving on. For some of you guys, I think as much as you want this to happen, I think it may be better that you guys separate. I'm just saying. I only see calm, because I see calmer waters. Like maybe you may taking time out in prayer and taking a step back to look at the situation, to remove yourself from the drama of it. And you're probably going to see this through different eyes. For some of you, it may be better that you guys separate. Everything happens for a reason. You may be saying, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe there's upheaval in a marriage and it's just not working out. One person is not putting into it like the other, and you're tired of fighting, and you're like, as much as I want this to work and we got these children, I think that I may want to just cut it, and move on, Now, we've got Spirit Walker. I love these. These are the advice from Spirit, these cards here, okay? And I mean, there's advice up there, but I certainly see the last three. Okay, you have angelic whispers, secrets, compassion, revelation, and hints, profound insights. Look at this. Spirit wants you to know, your guides, your angels want you to know that they are giving you some very good advice. You're receiving some kind of angelic messages from the other side. Or for some of you who have not started praying and speaking and connecting with the other side, this is that advice. Okay? We're here. We can give you the answers to your situation, but you've got to connect. You've got to tune in. Okay? How do I want to say that? You have prayer, and then you just have that profound insights. The universe, your guides, your angels are there, and they're ready to give you the answers that you need. Okay? For some of you, you may be receiving the answers as we speak at this time. I feel like for some of you guys, the universe, your angels and your guides have given you the answer, and you're just not ready to hear it. You're not ready to see it. You're not ready to accept it. Are you going to listen to the advice that you've been getting? Okay? Inklings, nudges, like feelings. Okay? The universe is speaking to you at this time. Your guides, your angels are connecting with you guys. A lot of you guys are for sure hearing the messages. Okay? It's just, what do you want to do from here? Do you want to continue in the whirlwind, or do you want to step out of it? Okay, do you want to keep up with the back and forth, the bickering, the arguing, the fighting? Or do you want to, where is it? Choose peace, calmer waters. Or do you just want to say, you know what, it's not that serious, it's not worth it. I hate that this may end. Okay, but my peace means more to me. You don't want your children caught up in a craziness. They don't need that. They deserve better than that. If you guys can't work it out, if it's let me just go on. You got the winds of change here. The universe is inviting you to go with the flow at this time. Okay, you are receiving angelic guidance. Go with the flow. Listen to what we're telling you. You've got 2 cards back to back that are literally telling you, all right, go with the flow. It's ridiculous to continue in this energy. It's red, it's fiery, it's crazy, it's wild, it's unnecessary. You know, they're suggesting that you try to pray. You know, maybe you want this to work and it's not meant to be. For some of you it is. It may take some work. It may take work. But bottom line, you are definitely receiving messages at this time. And seeing the winds of change here and calmer waters. Some of you, I feel this may be the universe gently nudging you in the other direction. Move away from the drama. Move away from the craziness. Let's move on. Move on. Sometimes things happen for a reason. You know, as much as we hate it, and the energy that I am seeing here, it's time to move on. It's time to call it. But anyway, and then even your 3rd card here, you had guiding spirits. Oh, and I love that. Oh, I love it. What a way to end it. You guys are awesome. You have guiding spirits, refuge, counsel, presence, comfort. You are never alone. Oh, love it. I love it. They want you to know. Look at this. These last 3 cards are fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, they are giving you messages. They're telling you what you should do. Okay, if you have not prayed, pray. Like, they want you to know they are here for you. Okay, we're ready to give you the advice you need. We're here to guide you to that next, you know, to the next moves, the next thing, the next, I don't know, the next, you know, the next move, the next step. That's the word I'm looking for. The next step. Okay. The winds of change are taking place in your world right now. Listen to what they're telling you to do. Go with the flow. Okay? And they want you to know you're never, ever alone. Never. Never. Oh my God. I tell people that I tell people that, like, I can't say I tell it all the time. So I'm like, I'm running up to people going, you're never alone. But yeah, I have said it last year when I was doing heavily giving advice, spiritual advice. And that is so true. You're never alone. I don't care. I'm not talking, you know, your physical space. You're never alone. Okay, literally, they are a conversation away. They're there for you. We're here to help you, but we can't do anything unless you call upon us. Okay, but seeing winds of change and calming waters, or calmer waters, and it's a beautiful card. Let me show you that one again. Yes, move on. Make peace. Okay. I think they cannot stress enough that peace is the order of the day. Okay? And if should you decide to separate, and you know, nobody wants that, but if it comes to that, the advice is that you're not alone. We're right here. Okay? And seeing winds of change, we're right here. We're guiding you. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Everything is happening for a reason. If you guys are drifting apart, go with the flow. Okay? Somebody made a mistake here. Okay? And there's no shade, there's no judgment. This is just the universe. They're not saying, see, you made a mistake, you didn't listen, and now you're paying for it, and da-da-da-da. That's what your family does. That's what family does, okay? Spirit is more loving. It's okay. All right, you had, maybe your heart was in the right place. You thought that this was the thing, and it turned out it wasn't. It's okay. All right, just listen to us. All right, it's time to separate. For some of you guys, it's time to move on to calmer waters. It's time to move away from the craziness. It's not worth it. Choose peace. We're right here. We're just a conversation away. You can certainly pray to us. Okay? I would love to pray. I haven't prayed in a minute, but anyway. But yeah, so is there anything else I want to give you guys? Let me see. It is interesting, but no, I'm going to stay with what we have here. I'm loving this, okay? That would be a whole nother time, and I'm like, how I am about 30 minutes, okay? All right, so I will leave it here. I love the energy that they gave you guys, It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Take the kids. See if you guys can't come to some kind of peaceful resolution. Calmer waters means to separate. That's not to say you necessarily have to leave the state or anything like that. Just listen, this isn't working out. We tried, okay? We could try it one more time. Do you want to try? Do you want to work this out? Have those conversations. Listen to spirit. Is this really worth it? Father, is this worth the craziness? Is it worth it? Did I make a mistake? Did I get with your angels and your guides and listen? When you think about trying to make it work, do you feel like a sick feeling in your stomach? Does the thought of you guys trying to go on just be like, oh my God, I just can't even. There you go. There's your answer. This is universe letting you know, right? If the thought of you guys going on fills you with joy and possibilities, and we can do this. We can do this. I love him. The kids, and if they give that same energy, then figure it out. But it's okay if you guys do separate. It's okay. Spirit wants you to know you are never ever alone. You're never alone. We're right here. Guiding spirits, your guides, your angels. Love it. Just go with the flow, my darling. Go with the flow. Love it. Angelic whispers. What does that say? That they're giving you advice. Listen, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and go. I love it. I'm going to leave that one there. If you guys enjoyed the message, hit the like button, subscribe. I don't know why. I only say that because that's what everybody else says. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do, because I understand, there's some energies that are not trying to, and you're not going to stop my flow, do what you're going to do. But the fact that I do the same thing. I'll pull up somebody's video and I just watch it, and I don't, click on it. So I get it. But whatever. Hopefully you guys do like it and you do love it. You say, I'm going to support you, Chiquita. I was digging that one, and I am in that situation. So, yeah, thanks. And I'm like, you're welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys have a good evening. I will see you next time on the next video. Have a good night. Bye-bye.